So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing that I got yesterday from Shanghai, China. 2 days early, I might add. Yep, no echo, very good. And then I'm going to show how I'm incorporating it into the system. And what we're doing today, right now, is doing a stress test on it. So I've got multiple systems running right now. I'm live streaming. I'm running Steamlabs, and I'm running QuickTime. And by the way, I also have a Zoom meeting going on in the background. I start my meeting at 6 o'clock, so we got about 38 minutes before I've got to go for that. Okay, so we got no echo. Everything's copacetic. So let's go see how this sounds. Dum dum dum. Well, here it is. This is my desk down in Kalamazoo, and you know, this was supposed to come tomorrow, and it took almost a month to get here. So it was supposed to come tomorrow, and they showed up 2 days early, and I had to work down in Kalamazoo. So I'm trying to get out of the house to get down there on time, and then I get notification the damn thing's on the truck. And so I leave a note on the door that says, please take it to a secured location, which is our local Ace Hardware. They drop off there, and then you can go sign for them there. And I leave them a great big note right on the front door. And I get a notification that it had, just as I'm pulling out of town and get on the highway, I get a notification that my package has been delivered. No signature was required, so it was left at the front door. And I'm thinking, God, I've got a $3,500 computer sitting on the door. So I had to go down to the next day to come back. Sure as shooting, there's the computer sitting in the porch. For everybody to see, and it just got a big sign on it that says, "Come take me. It's Christmas. I'm expensive." So I managed to grab it, and I took it down to Kalamazoo. And then, that's the bad thing about getting something new. Because, hey Joe, the problem with getting something new is you want to open it up and have a look at it. Well, I had 2.5 hours before I could touch the darn thing, and it sat there on the seat next to me. And I couldn't even, I did peek at it a little bit, but that's about it, just to make sure it was actually in there. But let's go ahead and kind of go through the unboxing that I did down there. Okay, this is Bob the Science Guy. We're going to have the unpacking of the new laptop computer. Now, this computer was ordered the second week in November. It arrived 2 days early today, December 6th. So, starting off, got a great box on it. Looks like it's well protected. And we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Okay, nice easy opening box. And there is the box for the MacBook Pro 16-inch M1 Max computer. We'll open that up now. Now, there's something about opening up a new MacBook that always tickles my fancy. It's a very heavy box. It's very well designed. And here is the MacBook Pro. Got a handy little tab to help you bring it out. So we've got the MacBook Pro. We have the new magnetic power cable. And the heavy-duty power brick. This is the high-voltage power brick. It's a little larger than the others, but not much. Anything of note in here? Ooh, isn't that nice? Hang on. Have a look at these. Got us some stickers. So if I don't like the silver ones, I can put a black one on. Let's go ahead and break down the computer. Now, before we go much farther, let's go ahead and have a look at this cable. It's braided. This isn't a plastic cable. It's very heavy duty. Looks like it doesn't really hold too much of a curve to it. Look at that, right out of the case. Look how nicely that lays. So let's get this plugged in and get it powered up. Now, as always, the Mac's very nicely wrapped, and you see this is a paper rather than a plastic. Comes right out, got some nice tabs to make it very convenient. And there's the engraved MacBook Pro on the bottom side. Now, as soon as I open, it immediately powers up. And as you see, it's loading for the first time. This is the space gray with a black keyboard. And here's a nice friendly greeting from our folks at Apple. And now on the sides, we have an HDMI, we have a USB-C, and a memory card slot. On the other side, we have a headphone jack. We have two USB-Cs, and we have the power cable. And bringing the power cable over, it snaps right in and begins charging. Comes off easily, but it's very secure right there. Very pleased with it so far. See the keyboard feel? Excellent. We'll go ahead and hit English. And scroll on down here to the United States. There we go. Give it a double click. Hit continue. First thing that comes up is the accessibility menu in case I have any special needs. And then we're going to go ahead and get my Wi-Fi network. That's right there. And I'll stick the password in and we'll continue the setup program. All right, after setting things up, what I've done is hit the migration assistant and we're going to go ahead and transfer over my files. Now we're in the process of transferring information from my old Macs to my new Mac. Well, guys, that transfer is dependent on how fast your internet speed is and how fast your Wi-Fi router is. When I was down in the office, just doing the basic office computer down there took me about 3.5 hours to transfer everything over. When I got home, I have a lot more information on the studio computers, and it took me about 1 hour and 10 minutes to transfer everything over from those. Again, my transfer rate's a lot better here. I got a new wireless access point here to replace my modem. I have 420 internet service here, and the best that I could get out of my old wireless was about 120, 100 down, 20 up. But with this new one, it comes with two separate access points. So you put one on each end of the house. So I've got one underneath, I've got one in the family room downstairs, and that hits this computer and gives me 460 down and 20 up. I have a second one out in the living room within sight of my front telescope station. This is by the back telescope station, and I'm getting 460 down and 20 up there too. So how's the stream holding out? Are you getting any bad signal or any drop or anything or any roboting? Because it's looking pretty doggone solid. It's looking pretty solid on my end. Well, getting back to let's go ahead and get the cell phone cam up here again. Let's see how this works. I'll show you how I have this thing set up. No, that's wrong. There, cell phone cam. All right, so here's the 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 Max chip. Now, one thing that a lot of people are complaining about, and I don't really have a problem with it, is it's a rather thick computer, and it's really quite heavy as well. It's almost 5 pounds, which is, a kind of a throwback to the earlier days of the boat anchors. But to be honest with you, the reason for that is the battery life on this thing is 21 hours. And it doesn't slow down. A lot of times when you hit processing, you process at one speed if you're plugged in, and you process at a different speed. if you're on battery power. This is the same both ways. As a matter of fact, you can even boost the power, battery or plugged in, if you need to get a little more processing power to kind of squeeze a little more ones and zeros out of that processor. Now, the thing that absolutely got me was this little feature right here. Let's go see if I can do this real quick. Now, with my old computer, which is the pride of 2013, a couple of the issues that I ran into is that it just took forever to load up things, and Photoshop is already loaded in the time that we were talking. Now, leaving Photoshop up, that's how quickly it loads up. But leaving Photoshop up, let's go ahead and bring Premiere Pro. Let's see if we can get that one. Okay, so here's Premiere Pro loading. And those of you that use Premiere Pro know it takes a little time to get that thing up. I can actually start Premiere Pro, compile a video, and have it ready for upload before my old computer would fully load Premiere Pro. You remember seeing the amount of time it takes to do these things the other day when I actually edited a video with you guys? That didn't include the time it took for Premiere Pro to launch. And sometimes there's a lot of using Mac Cleaner to try and free up RAM because I only had 8 gigs of RAM. And then waiting for the thing to just start. It just, half of the time was waiting for the freaking computer to get going. That's what I have right now. My computer wouldn't even load Big Sur. This has Monterey, and as you can see, sorry about that little yellow box there, but this is 32 gigs of RAM, and I got the intermediate processor on it. It's got like a 10-core processor on it. Yeah, it's a little bit of an upgrade. It wasn't the full upgrade, and I've got 1 terabyte as far as the memory goes with this, so I should really have a good time with this. And the way it's set up is a little bit differently now. It used to be I had a lot of problem looking at the camera, so there's my camera right there. Here is my control screen right behind it, so that should help me a lot with keeping my eye on the camera. The other thing is the computer I'm actually running this stuff on is over here. And it's kind of out of my way. I can see it on the screen in front of me. If I have to actually do anything, I can come over here. But I have the wireless mouse, and I also have a wireless keyboard that I can stay over here with. We've got the Yeti microphone. All my freaking lights are burned out except for the 2 big ones, so those are going to have to be replaced. And then I've got the green screen in the back. But basically, guys, that's the new office setup, and I'm really looking forward to getting going with production. It is absolutely amazing how much of a difference this new processor is making, and that extra, 24 gigs of RAM. Things just load up so quickly right now. I'm streaming. I've got Premiere Pro going. I've got Photoshop going. I've got Zoom going, and I've got Streamlabs going. Okay, I've got the microphone, but do I have 2 turntables? No, not yet, but I do have 2 sextants. I have a marine sextant and I have a bubble sextant, and I know how to use both of them, unlike some of our other friends. Yeah, this is something, I've been doing this now for 3 years, and I started off a babe in the woods when it came to doing videos. I had a cell phone and I had a fountain pen, a couple of pieces of paper in my desk. And that was really it. Actually, I didn't even have a desk. I had a dining room table. And I started making videos with that. Now I can do all sorts of cool stuff. I've got B-rolls, and I've got multiple camera angles, and I've got green screens, and I've got all sorts of really cool stuff. So it's starting to really come together. It's not a question of not knowing how to use the equipment. Sometimes the equipment just lets you down. And I think that that was a big problem. I think that was a big problem that I had. It's just I was trying to do things that my equipment wouldn't let me do. So debate night, you're getting your studio almost complete. That's good. Sean Hawkins, I think, is getting his studio set up as well, and that's going to be really nice. I'm sorry, debate night. I don't know if I got the joke or not because I haven't really been looking at the chat too much. I've been kind of just going through everything. Well, John Rapp just donated $2 for pencils in case the power is out. Ask and ye shall receive. I've got a whole thing of pencils right here. That's one other thing I want to show you guys. I don't know if you guys have noticed this at all, but this is a mechanical drafting arm for those of you that don't recognize it. But this is designed to help with drafting. And I managed to get to a couple of estate sales, and I've got a lot of really nice drafting equipment. And on top of that, I got an absolute metric boatload of slide rules of every variety. I've got slide rules that are student level. I've got my 20-inch Arista Studio slide rule. You know, this is becoming a danger to me. One of the things that I got today was a slide rule used by the United States Army in World War II to calculate the trajectory of 105 millimeter howitzers. And yes, we are going to have a look at it. But really, yeah, DJ Bob. Yeah, that's me. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch base with y'all. I think my wife's home and I've got my meeting coming up here pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this bad boy down here. I want to thank all of you, the Patreons, the supporters, the members of this channel, and even the people that just stop by and look at my videos. That last video I put out on Bob the Science Guy was a repeat of a video I did earlier, and I got 10,000 views on it. Absolutely amazing. And and the majority of them were non-subscribers. That was the problem that I ran into for a while there. I was getting good views on my videos, but 95% of them were already subscribed. I'm getting 45% of those views are from subscribers. The rest are people being recommended to it by YouTube, and I'm picking up quite a few subs from it. So I'm thinking everything's working well with this. I want to put out a good quality video product for you guys. I want it entertaining, and I want it informative. With the new computer system, thank you all very much again. I'm going to probably doing a lot more live streaming, and I may actually have a channel open most of the time so that people can just kind of get together. We'll stream the Discord channel perhaps. So if you have a moment, stop by the description for this video. Hit that link to the Discord server. If you haven't already proven yourself to be a moron, you're more than welcome to come on in. If you have proven yourself to be a moron, you probably can't join it. So it's going to be a nice place for people to get together and just chat. It's not a flat earth channel, it's a science channel, and it's a channel for adults to sit down and just have a nice discussion with each other. Now I'm going to figure out what's going on with these little black bars on the sides of my video because they weren't there earlier. But that falls under the category of stuff happens. It's a new system. I'm still working a couple of the bugs out. So guys, thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow I'm going to complete my review of the 45-degree sector test. And then we're going to carry on. I've got videos coming out on multiple new channels. I've got Bob the Science Guy, who's going to have 3 videos a week. This one is going to have probably 4 to 5 videos per week, and that will be where all of the new production is. And for those of you that haven't noticed, because I haven't really talked about it very much, I've started another channel. I think I have a total of 8 subscribers so far. It's called Slide Rules in Mathematics. I took a poll from you guys the other day, and as much as I enjoy doing the math videos, they didn't seem to be quite as popular on this channel as I would like it to be. And as a result, what I decided to do is I'll probably still release some slide rules stuff here once in a while and even do some math once in a while. Most of that stuff's going to go over on Slide Rules on Mathematics. You'll see the link to them at the bottom of the homepage for my channels. So if you have a chance, stop over there if that's something that you enjoy. We're going to do a couple of reviews, and I'm going to do a presentation on how to decide on which slide rule you want to buy if you want to get one to learn about it and maybe even use it in your day-to-day life. So that'll be that stuff over there. In the meantime, right here, we're going to be doing more science for homeschoolers and such. And on Bob the Science Guy, I'm going to be doing some original stuff. Just ripping Flurf's a new one, which is, you know, why they call me the Smiling Assassin. All right. Tomorrow, we are probably going to have a live stream on Bob the Science Guy where Nathan Oakley self-destructs and turns on his own moderators. Pop yourself some corn. I'm going to have some popcorn. We're going to spend about an hour just listening to Nathan Oakley go ballistic. So until then, this is Bob the Science Guy. We'll see you around, and take care.